The world is full of people who are grabbing and self-seeking. So the rare individual who unselfishly tries to serve others has an enormous advantage. He has little competition. Dale Carnegie. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Most successful people have one thing in common, and that is they have read How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book is full of ingredients on how you can win friends and influence people. Here are 3 big ideas on how to improve your people skills. Number 1. Arousing the other person an eager want. Most people want to deal with someone who is pleasant. Ways on how you can become more pleasant is to smile, listen, give honest and sincere appreciation, don't criticize or complain, and most importantly, remember the person's name. A person's name is the sweetest and most important sound in any language. According to Dale Carnegie, the average person is more interested in his or her name than all the other names on earth put together. As a salesperson, these principles are instilled with me as one. In order to get my clients to notice me, I often give honest and sincere appreciation to my clients. I listen more than I talk. I once had a client who I was representing for over a year. Every time I see her, she would talk to me about a wide range of topics. Each meeting lasted for an hour or more. As a result, my client stayed with me and only saw the best part of me. Even though I was inexperienced at the time, she was able to overlook that fact. Because I was able to see the best in her, she was only able to see the best side of me. Always show sincere appreciation. If it's not sincere, people will know. I had another client who really liked me and wanted to hire me. She was choosing between another broker and I. We were both very nice, but at the end, she chose to sign with the other broker. Once she signed with the other broker, she started to see the true colors of the other broker. He was dishonest and he would stop taking the time to help her with her needs. Instead, she turned to me for help. Even though I didn't get the business, I was sincere in helping her. The other broker ends up selling her house. However, she recommended to me another family member who is selling. Her nice remarks about me helped me get the business of her family very easily. Although the other broker won her business, I won my client's heart through sincere appreciation. The former is a one-time event. The latter is everlasting if properly maintained. 2. Let the other person save face. Don't complain or criticize. Even when the person is wrong, don't point it out. A better way of doing it is to give the person an easy way to save face by downplaying or, if possible, pretend it never happened. I was selling a multi-family house recently where the seller had tenants occupying the house. I went over with my client that once we are in contract with the buyer, we must evict the tenants since he is promising vacancy to the property. When we went to contract, I reminded my client that I will help him get the tenant out, but he must serve the legal paperwork. He did not listen to me because he didn't want to spend $300 to pay an attorney. After the buyer got the mortgage, one of the tenants who were supposed to move was still in the property. My client is upset now because he lost 2 months of rent and the tenant is still not out. I told him to serve the paperwork once again. He began shouting and accusing me of causing this situation. The easy thing was for me to defend myself and argue back. What made me feel even worse was he was trying to make me responsible for not having the tenant out, even though I was merely doing him a favor of getting the tenant out. I also overworked and charged him a low fee. All these contributed to making it an easy decision to give up on the client and argue back with him. But I didn't. I simply gave him a chance to save face. I told him that he is a very respectable man and that there must be a miscommunication with the tenant. I went to speak to the tenant. I spent time in helping the tenant find another home. As a result, we were able to close on the sale. Had I argued with my client, I would have damaged the relationship and even lose a client. My client respect for me grew. we are still doing business today. 3. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. In the same scenario, the tenant didn't want to leave because he felt betrayed. He was paying his rent on time and now he has no home to move into. The tenant knew that he has the right to stay in the house for a year and fight the landlord. If that was the case, everyone would lose and I would be blamed further for everything. Instead of threatening the tenant, I decided to speak to the tenant. I greeted the tenant by his name, listened to him, and let him voice his concern. I showed sincere appreciation for what he has done for himself and his family. He saw that I was sincere and very sympathetic with his situation, so he decided to listen to what I had to say. I didn't threaten him or tell him he has no choice but to move. Instead, I asked questions and helped him realize that rent has went up. I pointed out that one of his choices of apartments to move into was a good deal. I also gave him a fine reputation to live up to. I told him you're a great father and that raising 4 children was no easy feat. I also discovered that his dream was to become a business person. I told him you do have the right to fight the landlord. I said, you will stay here for free, but your reputation will be ruined. You told me you want to become a successful business person. A business person's reputation is his or her most important asset. If there is an eviction on your record, your reputation would be ruined. You are a dignified father of 4. Protect your family by moving to a stable home. You will make your money back by doing business in the future. The tenant was touched by my message. He wanted to live up to the fine reputation that I gave him. He moved out 2 days later. Follow these principles and you'll be very successful at influencing people. Here's the final takeaway. If you want to improve a person in a certain aspect, act as though that particular trait were already one of his or her outstanding characteristics. Dale Carnegie. Thank you for watching this video. Please share and subscribe for more videos.